your goal is to make an album, listen to some of the best albums that ever came out. The sad thing about nowadays, in my opinion, is that I feel like good albums are almost a lost art. In the era of streaming, in the era of drop this single, do this post, drop this video, release this content, do this TikTok, do this Instagram, release this song. Oh, don't put out an album because albums aren't the best way to approach marketing as a musician nowadays. In this era, the hardest thing is to find good albums because it's not rewarded. To make a great album, it's not rewarded like it was in the early 2000s, in the mid 2000s. In the 2010s. With that said, for me, I came up in a time of albums. I really appreciate a good album. I'm talking about Chronic 2001 by Dr. Dre. I'm talking Moment of Truth by Gangstar. I'm talking Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. I'm talking To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Nothing Was the Same by Drake. Blueprint by Jay-Z. Reasonable Doubt. These were all projects that I consider to be really good albums. What makes a good album? If you listen to Chronic 2001 from front to back, that thing sounds cohesive. It came out in 1999. It's aged, but if you listen to it today, the mixing, it's all on point. The mixing talent that went into that project, it still hits with new music. Different style than what's coming out now, but the mixes, they're like 3D. The soundscape, the way that the drums move, the way that the effects move. Listen to that project, and I think we should all have a conversation about what makes a good album, because I think that one thing I would like to do is move forward the culture in a way that we start expressing ourselves through good albums again, because I feel like good albums as an art form is an amazing thing. So what makes a good album? I think that's a conversation we need to have. Great mixing, cohesive mixing where every beat or song sounds good together. Think about making everything sound good, mixing-wise. Picking songs on your album that tell a story. One thing I personally liked about Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City is the way the songs come together to tell a story. As you listen to it, you feel like you're on a journey. Bring you to the highs, the lows. It brings you into that mind space. What's Your Superpower is my latest instrumental album. As you listen to it, it's going to bring you on a journey. It's going to tell you a story. It's going to bring you into highs and emotional lows. It's going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you pain. This is what I intend to do. I intend to express myself on my project. So when you express yourself on a song, we all know how to make a great song, because that's something that nowadays there's no shortage of great songs. There's tons of great songs. Great albums, not so much. They take a lot more work. So think about how to express yourself through a song, and think about how that song can paint a picture of expressing yourself through an entire album. What songs do you pick? What sequence do you pick? Where do you do drops? Where do you do sound effects? Where do you do panning? Where do you put a high energy track? Where do you put a low energy track? Think about how this can come together to make a whole piece. That's what I have to say about that. I hope that helps. Making a good album is a lost art. We need to bring that back.